What is good, Tesla family? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I wanted to break down what's going on with the overall market in Tesla, talk about the share price of Tesla and how it's looking so far, and why this is not necessarily the end of the world for the stock. Before I break anything down about all this information, though, before I talk about how Tesla performed for today, let me just mention a couple of things. I am firstly not a financial planner, so take none of this as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out the Webull link, which is down below and in the description. If you sign up for Webull and deposit any amount of money into the account, you're guaranteed up to 12 free stocks. The offer has been extended for another 12 days, so check it out before they run out. Anyways, let's break down what's going on with the markets. Tesla was down 0.6% for the day today, which isn't necessarily that bad because SPY was down 1.2%, SPX was down 1.22%. Looking at the NASDAQ, I think it was down like 1.7% or so. And simultaneously, we saw the QQQ down at 1.71%. So we saw the market dropping quite a bit, well over 1%. Now, historically, Tesla has a beta above 2.0. So on a normal day, Tesla could have been down 2.4% to 3.4% around that range, and that would be completely normal. However, Tesla was only down 0.6% because it has some relative strength, as there's lots of excitement involving the Cybertruck and still some good news coming. However, I just want to warn you all that Tesla has a bearish divergence that's developing, and there's a risk for downside potentially coming because even though Tesla's a strong company, even though the share price is trying to hold up, it is not prone to staying green when the market is red. When the market cools off, this tends to drag Tesla down, and there's a risk of that happening again. So I'm going to talk more about SPY tomorrow, but I just want to warn you all that on the weekly, we have a bearish cross on the PPO. And we have a potential change in the market structure, which is going to likely lead to a downtrend, right? We're seeing the same things developing on other stocks like Nvda and the QQQ. I will talk more about these tomorrow. I want to kind of save some time just for that. So, with more potential downside, and the market historically being weak during the last 2 weeks of September, there is most definitely risks for downside. Now, I was initially hoping the market would kind of like bounce a bit before cooling off. Instead, the market didn't really do that. We didn't get much of a bounce and we just remained even more bearish than expected. But Tesla held up as we have some good news coming out. Tesla may have 2 million Cybertruck reservations, which is some very, very good news because of all the hype for this. And once this comes out, this thing is going to be a monster. They're already starting production. More of them are coming out. But once this is officially released during the delivery event and etc., it is going to be absolutely killer for the company. So I'm very excited about this. We're seeing more and more of these reservations, and more people are very excited for when Tesla's going to launch this. So I can't wait to see when the official date's going to be. I can't wait to see when the Cybertruck is officially on the roads and we start to see a bunch of them. It is going to be absolutely killer for Tesla, and Tesla's share price is going to improve. I do want to warn you all that Tesla has that gap below. Technically, that gap does exist on Tesla, considering the fact that that's there. There could be downside in the future because of the market, which I will talk about tomorrow. But even if Tesla sees some downside, it's another very good buying opportunity because I believe Tesla has a lot of upside that's going to trump it in the future. There's this gap down here at 250, so watch that carefully in case we do end up breaking below the 200 EMA on the 30 minutes time frame. So be careful, do what you have to do, guys, and I just want to make that as clear as possible. I'm going to talk more about these other stocks out there from Aapl. You know how Aapl has this potential head and shoulders that could lead it to more downside. This is still valid, and there is still the risk of more downside on Aapl as a whole. On Nvda, we're seeing the same thing. Nvda has broken 442, which is a very, very key level, and there is potential for it to come all the way down to the 420 soon. Maybe bounce a little bit, then do something different. I have the chart, where it's right here. Nvidia is looking kind of weak. If you look at the overall trend, it's been just downtrending for many, many weeks now, and there's definitely more potential for downside. Could bounce a little bit before it drops lower, so watch that very carefully. The QQQ is no different. It's also looking weaker on the 4-hour time frame. Watch for a rebound and a rejection and more potential downside all the way down to the mid 360s over the next couple of trading days. There's definitely downside that could slow Tesla down into the 260s, but first off, it may try to rebound a little bit. We're going to see if this thing can establish a higher high or not. We're going to be watching the trend and see if there's another bearish divergence developing. It is still developing right now, so we're going to be watching this. And just know that even though Tesla could get dragged down because of the market, it is okay because, like I said before, the Cybertruck is coming out soon. The new model is going to be released. We're going to find out more news about their gigafactories, and the future is still very bright for Tesla no matter what. Okay, so I just want to make this clear. This is completely normal during this time of year, but the market is still set for some very bullish price action towards the end of the year. I will break more of that down as time goes on, but if you just want to look at the monthly on Tesla, for example, This has a nice potential inverse head and shoulders that's developing, which is not bad whatsoever. If you want to look at other stocks out there like Nvidia, on the monthly, it is still not looking too bad. This is just a very healthy correction after how much pumping it did for the last few months. Completely normal, nothing out of the ordinary. This thing could still be on a massive uptrend despite that. And on top of that, if you look at SPY's monthly, the cup and handle is still forming. The handle is still yet to form, so you guys can see it right here. There could be more downside coming before this thing continues to push as we approach the end of the year. So I'm still bullish in the market overall towards the end of the year, but I think that we are due for a very healthy pullback, which could be happening over the next couple of weeks. We may pull back first before more upside for November, and I still stand by what I've said in the past. Same thing for Tesla. Tesla is going to be very strong, especially towards the end of this year with Cybertruck. I'm very, very excited, so I'm not losing any faith. I just want to let you guys know it's not the end of the world. It is not the end for Tesla. All right. Thank you for listening. I'll see you guys very soon tomorrow. I'm going to make a very quick update and talk in more detail about the technicals on SPY because there are some very important things I have to talk about as it relates to Tesla. And then I'm going to break down everything else on Sunday as I normally do. Thank you for listening, guys. Take care. I want to make this video kind of quick since it's a Friday, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you and peace out.